Mixer is recording this. All right, yeah, this is PoopMasterTP. My channel on YouTube is called Sims Dreamer. A few of my videos that were from Mixer are now also on my channel. Those were of Terra, though. As far as I'm aware, because I've changed it, I now have the title to this video. This live stream is not saying Terra anymore. It just says what's actually important is that you need to turn up your volume to be able to hear me, and I won't know who is watching me unless you chat with your gamer tag. And nobody's watching me right now, but I mean, whatever. All right, so we're just waiting on this. Just to say, I have noticed from these videos, that I've done of Doom, that every time it's out of sync with my, my what I'm saying is out of sync with what you're seeing on the video by a second or whatever. This previous one, I would talk about stuff before you actually saw it happen. So hopefully this one is going to be correct, and hopefully Mixer is going to record this particular one so that we can actually see that. So I'll just go ahead and let this load the rest of the way before I say some other things. Other than I will just remind myself that this is Thursday, May 17th that I'm doing this on. And this is in the evening that I'm doing it. Alright. Don't know if I have Xbox Live. Go Live or whatever. We'll know if I see the other, all those other options being on here, like where I could play somebody else's map. It's loading the profile and stuff and taking forever. This is the only thing that sucks about Doom, is the snap map takes forever to load. Yeah. Come on, load, so I can continue to talk about things after this happens. Yeah, Doom. What an appropriate game, actually, at least the name of it, for me to play. Come on, load the fucking profile. I'm on 3 minutes. I suppose that I'm going to notice if this changes to 4 minutes. Yeah, I guess I just mentioned that, and hopefully this is recorded this time while I'm saying this. I had a viewer that was, their name was Hoppy something. I don't remember the rest of it. I was doing a live stream of Doom. They came over to my, and watched, and the chat box, I've actually said this to them now because we were watching a stream. Okay, we're at 4 minutes, but yeah, the chat box, my chat box on here was not displaying to me what he or she was chatting. I think they said that was a female gamer. So yeah, what she was chatting to me, so because I was asking like, can you hear me, and whatever. We have Xbox Live still. All right. So okay, apparently. So okay. Yeah, so anyhow, yeah, I couldn't see the chat, and it was stuck on showing me 19 minutes, even though the video ended up actually being 47 minutes long. All right, so yeah, we're on the screen. Now that I have tested, I'm pretty damn sure at least that I've got the volumes to games and volume of my mic to where you can hear me, and we can also hear the game. And I can hear it at a normal volume. And I'm actually hearing this through the TV speakers this time instead of on the headphones. I'm actually gonna. Oh, for now, I'm gonna leave that down just because of what I'm talking about. Just my volume on the TV. All right. Um, Only I'm gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. But I, in all of my videos, or not all of them, but in a lot of them, between here and YouTube, I've vaguely mentioned the fact that my life is extremely stressful in personal life, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the internet or either of my channels here on Mixer or on YouTube, and nothing about comments of people or whatever. That doesn't matter to me anyway, and so whatever, and so it has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's all personal life stuff. So, like I said, this is May 17th, Thursday. This entire week in my personal life has been extremely eventful. I'm able to hear this with the TV's volume because the woman that I lived with, the woman I live with, who is the mother of my children, is not here. And I guarantee, I'll just say it's not because she's dead or something like that. Anyway, she's not here, and she's the one that will come in and interrupt me just because she's hearing me talk, even though I'm in the bedroom with the door shut. Well, the door is not shut this now. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, tonight she's not here, so I can just do this freely. And well, fuck it. I'll just say nobody's watching this, so only if somebody watched a recording of it would they see this fact. All right, just to say, just in case somebody does watch it, here's what it is that she has schizophrenia, and she's been off of medicine, even though I've begged her to take medicine or go to a psychiatrist and get medicine and take it. For about half a year, she's been off of it. And so she's given me a lot of stress here at home. So tonight, she is in an institution, a mental institution. She has threatened me and my son with physical violence and done physical violence to us, and I have not done anything to her. Let me make that absolutely clear. I have not done anything to her at all. She has been violent towards us. So finally, that she's not here tonight. So, yeah. I finally got help, but it's not completely part of the help I got is not the help that I wanted to get. But that particular thing is something that was very needful, that she's in an institute now. I don't know for how long she's going to be there, but at any rate, I sure hope Mixer records this. But anyway, I basically just went ahead and told you that part of it so that you don't think that it's like she's not here. She's not here because of whatever else, and yeah. So I'm gonna light up a cigarette because I'm a cigarette smoker. My personal life especially this week, has given me a lot of stress. Uh, This is not everything. I'm not disclosing everything about just everything about my personal life on here, but um, yeah, many different things have been giving me lots of stress. But that's one of the biggest ones right there is her being screaming and being violent towards me and my son. So anyway, um, took a long time to get her out of here and into an institute where she needed to be, where she would. I don't know if they'd actually force her to take medicine, but she's much more likely to take medicine there than for her to do it here, because I've begged her on many occasions to please take her medicine, and she wouldn't do it. You know, when we even had some, and she's hidden that from me, so I don't even know if we still have any of the medicine that she did have. So anyway, but yeah, the streaming, and yet again, still nobody's watched me, so whatever. They would only know this if they watched the recording of it. As I've said this. I don't know if I've said this in a video that can actually be viewed or not. That doing these streams, partially, it's kind of a diary, like a voice diary to myself, and yeah, so I'm kind of telling myself, reminding myself of the events, you know, 'cause I know what I'm talking about and whatever, and so um, anyway, as stressed out as I am today, doing live streams helps relieve my stress. As long as I'm not interrupted in real life to stop by her, but she isn't here, so I'm able to do it. So, uh, yeah. Anyway, doing live streams helps relieve stress, and then I enjoy watching my own streams, hearing my own voice because I'm whatever. Um, I guess I'll just say, since I'm gonna blab, I need to. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll say before that is that I may get a very important call tonight that I will have to take, and even if I have viewers, I'm gonna just have to say that um, that I've got a very important call I have to take, and so the stream is going to end now, and then stop it. I'll at least try to, properly, like, say my stream has to be over right now, and I'm going to quit it, just like I said, instead of just abruptly ending it. But I guess I'll even do that, even if nobody is watching me. I'll just do that, and so. But yeah. Just the other thing, I don't want to nitpick too much on this or sound like an asshole with what I'm about to say. I'll just put it this way. I'm thinking some streamers with Mixer, I believe that they need to do what I do. I watch my own videos. And I'll also say it this way, is that sometimes, actually kind of often, I'll watch a live stream, I'll wait a few minutes, I don't hear them talking at all, and so in the chat I'll say, "Hi, do you talk?" Now, if someone's doing a stream and they don't speak at all, that's fine, and I understand. And I'll just say, on my first few live streams that I did on my YouTube channel, which is called Sim Streamer. I was streaming Dark Souls, and I didn't talk on those either. Now, the reason I didn't talk on them is because, holy shit, it would disturb that mean woman that I've been telling you about was the reason for it. And also because I was insecure about my voice, too. You know, never had done any live commentary ever before. But then I had a viewer during one of my Dark Souls live streams that kind of was poking fun at me and whatever, and then was like, why can't we hear you? And I have a USB microphone, so I got that hooked up, figured out how I would get that to work with OBS, like while I was still in the live stream. And at first I was so soft that you couldn't hear me, and that dude, whoever it was, they wouldn't ever tell me that, hey, I can't hear you. So anyhow, finally I got the volume up to where they could hear me. And then after that, I did live streams where I talk, the rest of the time. And in my estimation, I have gotten better at speaking on live streams, doing voice commentary. I don't know if I'm ever going to get any better than I am now. But I do know this much, is that I talk almost the entire time when I'm doing live streams, and I see a lot, not all. I see some live streams where people, they do have a microphone, because I can hear them talking a little bit. Or they'll finally speak if I say in the chat, like, hi, do you talk on your live streams? But they don't talk nearly as much as me. And I don't know, maybe I talk way too much or whatever, but as far as I'm thinking, is that since I don't have a voice cam, or not a voice cam, I don't have a webcam, and you can't see me, that it's just going to be more entertaining if I'm speaking the entire time. And like I said, I do not think that I am anywhere close to being the best voice commentator that you've ever heard before. This is just me, and just whatever. In some ways, I kind of consider that maybe I'm sort of like Angry Video Game Nerd. If he did live streams, that I'm kind of the way that would be, maybe. Because, just to be entertaining and whatever, I try to react, and I go ahead and, cuss in my live streams. I make this 18 plus, or whatever I can, and so, because I'm not a comedian, and I don't really know how to be funny without cussing, I guess, on here. Now, in my regular life, I'm not cussing all the time at people or anything like that. What I do on the live stream is way more than any of the amount of cussing that I do just in normal life, and yeah, and so I don't know if Mixer is recording this. My cigarette went out because I was talking so damn much. I'm at 19 minutes of this. I've been looking at the time too, so it's keeping up with real time apparently. So 8 p.m. where I live right now. So all right. So just to say again, and say I didn't mention who any of these streamers are. So, I mean, just whatever. I'm just making a generalization that I have noticed that some streamers on here, and I'm talking about too, like, even, at least as far as I think, some streamers, they either don't talk at all or just barely during their streams. Or some of the ones that have lots of followers and whatever, they've got so much other, they talk some during streams, but then they have so much shit that pops up on the stream, like to me, like it's too annoying to even watch that. And I know with my streams, a lot of them, because I'm having to fucking use broadcast, that um, that they'll be blurry and whatever. Like it's almost unacceptable, but it mostly I don't drop frames or lag. I do a little bit, but mostly I'm not. So, and plus I'm talking. I'm talking during the stream. So, I wish that it was. I wish that it was what was on screen was more clear, but I can't. I can't help it. So, um, anyway, I mean, yeah, because like right now, looking at this, I don't know whether in the stream if the text is, you know, clear enough to read or if it's blurry. And I'm not going to know that until I see the recording if Mixer records it. Or if a viewer gets on here and I ask them if it's blurry or not and if they actually answer me. So, I mean, whatever with that. But, yeah, so twice I've, shown my modifications to that Devil City Ransom. We won't do that this time. Not in this. We're going to go to my published maps. I did a video that didn't get recorded but got where I was talking about this and showing one of these other ones that I have. And then I had a hiccup in my internet connection, and so the stream ended abruptly without me actually stopping it. So Mixer didn't record it I guess because of that, or maybe it was just one of the random times that it just didn't record, because it seems to only record about half the time. So anyway, these are the maps. I'm going to just talk about Doom now, I think. I've ranted for long enough and told you personal things also. So, yeah, so these are the maps that I've released. I've made more than these, but these are the ones that I've released. Let me get my thoughts collected on this. This is the one I've been showing, Devil City Kill Zone, as I called it. I've made updates to this that I haven't released yet, on the community thing where other people can play it, because the Fred Dynamo boss fight was, sometimes it would mess up, and so you wouldn't be able to complete it and you're stuck in there. So I've updated it to where there's a secret way to teleport out of there. It's not extremely secret. I mean, there's a panel that you would find. Now, it won't work until the first boss is dead. But, yeah. I mean, I think that's how I've got it be. Maybe you can just do it anytime. Sometimes even the first boss won't load. And I've got programming in there that's supposed to make it to where, all the enemies outside of the boss fight, that they all die without me getting points for it, because Snap Map will only let you have 15 or 20. I can't remember which it is, but you can't. No more demons than that can be loaded at once. Spawn, So demons out in the city won't be dead like I've got programming on them to make them that. It won't do what I want them to do, and so thus the demons in the boss fight won't load like they're supposed to, and then I get stuck because I can't complete it. So anyway, finishing that cigarette before I say anything else. I do think it's amazing, though, that Devil City Ransom it's extremely popular. It's on the title page, and I've set this up to where you're playing in Devil City, but but it's a survival map because I would think, just like myself, that many people would want it to be that way, and I've actually made it be that way, where you just run around all over the city fighting demons. You can get on top of those awesome buildings and stuff, and also you can get into the, still you can access the boss fights and stuff. Just whatever damn order you want and all that. And so, but I've got 3 likes, 1 dislike for some damn reason, and it's been played 13 times, and probably most of those have been because of me playing it. One thing that kind of sucks, is that, I mean, whatever, but people are uploading maps constantly to this, and so your map gets just lost in the whole flood of like all the other maps, and probably most of those maps suck, and it's actually kind of hard to find any new maps that are good. And I'm bragging on myself that like my maps are good because I think that they are, but anyhow. Um, so anyway, let's talk on this. I hope Mixer records this because I say stuff and I explain things and I want Mixer to record it. You know, shit. So anyhow, this map here, I just called it Reach Stygion or whatever. It's just the name of 2 modules that are in this, and I just like, oh, I'll just call it this. Anyway, it's the first map that I was working on, and I'll just try to say real brief something that I've said before about it. Yet again, but saying in this video that um, uh, let's see it. So when I was creating this, I just kept saving it over and over, just as the same file instead of saying save as and save it as a different file. Well, I got about halfway through with it, and then just for whatever freaking reason, it became uh, it messed up and became corrupted, and so thus I couldn't even access it anymore. So I lost all of the work that I had done. So from that, I learned that I need to basically every time I save as a different file. But this map, it has boss fights in it and stuff, and I like it and everything. But it's just linear. It doesn't really have any special mechanics to it other than not very much at least. It doesn't have special mechanics, but this one here, and I worked on this one for a long time. I wanted Dark Souls to be in Doom. Something themed after Dark Souls. I couldn't find anybody that had done that. I do think I saw a level where somebody had kind of tried to make the Asylum, but they did it with. Anyway, whatever. I like what I did better. So anyhow. But yeah, in this one, yeah, you can level up in a special location that I'm calling the Nexus, and yeah, the level ups aren't they're not automatic. You have to use points that you get from the enemies to level up, and it has a few checkpoints, such as similar to how bonfires are. Um, and you can warp back to the Nexus from those places, and I have bosses, that as close as I can get just with the enemies that are in this game, kind of modeled after major bosses that are in Dark Souls. So, but it doesn't have any custom geo in it. It's just totally with modules and stuff. I'm gonna have a little bit of soda. So anyway, yeah, that, and then this one here is I did it totally with the classic Doom modules that look like the walls and everything look like they're from the original Doom. but the enemies don't, and the guns don't. But I mean that's fine. But um, yeah, so it's just a crazy maze, and uh, and yeah, you have a random gun pool, and it gets better if you find some flags that are throughout this place. And it also has boss fights, and I made it to where it's really confusing to find your way through there because I copied the same module more than once. But it's not just it does have variety to it though. It's not just like the same module over and over and over and over and over, and that's what the entire map is. But I mean, I wanted to make it where it was difficult to find your way through, but like it says right there, I have point of reference, point of interest, POIs available as hints to find the key cards and such stuff that you need. So yeah. And then this one here is, as that says, random weapon survival. It's in modules, and I have survival AI conductor going, and it has random, automatically you get random guns every time you kill an enemy. Yeah, so at any moment you could be holding the BFG, or you could be holding that damn lightning gun, or anything in between. And so yeah, and then there's a few keys to open special doors because I just wanted there to be keys, because it's a mechanic in the game. But your score unlocks doors as you're going along. So yeah, the higher you get, the more enemies you kill, and the higher your score becomes. The you know the further into the map you'll be able to access. So anyway. Yeah, so don't know if Mixer's recording. I'm at 32 minutes. Probably as soon as I get in here, I'm going to get that important call, but whatever. I'm going to take it also. So, all right, so we're going to play this. This is what I was trying to show in my other stream that didn't record. It's trying to connect to it. I could just go into my saves of all my maps and play it that way, but whatever, I'll just play it this way. Yeah, I guess I'll just mention that all of my maps that I've made are all just single player. If you have like special mechanics and whatever in your maps, like I have in a lot of my maps, then it just makes it even more complicated to the programming you'd have to do if you had more than one person playing. And also, when I first got Doom, we didn't have gold live, and so I couldn't play multiplayer with anyone. So yeah, and I watched many great tutorial videos about how to do all the crazy programming in SnapMap to make different things possible and stuff. But yeah, anyway, we'll start this. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. Hopefully it records and stuff. And so, excuse me. Yeah, we're waiting on it and everything. I want a cigarette, so I'm having one. So anyway, while I'm waiting, even though I can't smoke and use the controller at the same time without pausing. Possibly, I don't know if during this stream, but possibly I might try the whole thing of switching to another game, but and play some other game. But I don't know Mixer will, the broadcast will continue to work. When I've tried that before, it just pauses. I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to make it be a separate stream, but. Yeah, we're waiting on this. 90% right now. 91, 4, 94%, 95, 99. Now we're in here. Don't know if this is synced up or not. I just say on there that you have unlimited lives. I played part of the way through this during my other stream that didn't get recorded because I lost connection. Alright, so we get this now. So this map, like, I wanted there to be some kind of special and crazy way that you cross this, and when you get over there, there's going to be, when I get over there, there's going to be a bunch of enemies, but there's a bunch of stuff I have to do first, so that's what I need to use. I ended up, one of the last things I did to this is put in POIs, so anyhow, there's a POI. All the shit that we're going to do before I get over there is to activate this helipad so I can go over there, and then there's going to be some more boss fights and stuff, but we're on our way to get that. But we're going to go through the white collar modules that look like a spaceship or something, so that's what I'm pretending that we're doing. This is going to display the first objective again. I guess we'll just do that. Yeah, if it says use left helipad to board the spaceship to retrieve the green power cord and then teleport across this room's chasm. So, yeah. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, so this type of area, and I like this. I made several maps that I haven't released yet with this. So we come to this. Sure, you want to deal with this. And Snap Map lets you put in, text like that, and also, cool voices, that you'll hear, or one of which is like, there's a whole set of like demonic voices and stuff, whatever. So anyway, we press this. Yeah, Doom guy was born for this or whatever. He's not afraid of demons and shit. So this isn't necessary to come over here, but it says spawn and kill the lost soul. Got a POI on it now. All dramatic for this enemy that's going to take one shot to kill. Maybe two. This will hurt me if I go through, but whatever. I went on the side of it. This stuff is not accessible right now. Press the switch for access, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, and we got a lockdown with just the mini boss event that is part of the Snap Map. This doesn't take any special programming for this. Yeah, and that was easy, of course. And so, kill that zombie. I've got, all of the guns are going to be loot. Well, I can't do it. Yeah. I'm at low health. Holy shit. I guess I'll try to just say this like, yeah, on here, if you're holding the BFG, then you can push LB and switch to it. But when I was making this map, I didn't realize that, and so I ended up putting two BFGs in here. But we won't get them for a while. Yeah. So anyway, because like that makes it easier, of course. But I was like, I want to have the BFG in my map, so I'm gonna fucking have it. So that yellow power cord, I don't pick it up right now. I go get this weapon here. This is a chainsaw, of course, and it's basically cheating, just like the BFG, I think. So, and so I don't use it all that much. But yeah, we're gonna do this. Pinkies are spawned and shit. So do that. I'm disoriented. Get over here. Kill this one. Yep, and that this will say like yellow power cord if you dare, because of those things. So yeah, there's that important phone call. Of course it is. So this is going to be the end of this stream. All right, so goodbye.